morning guys, I hope you are well. So it is Monday today and I thought I would do a little day in the life video. Lulu's just been on the school run and she got a little bit wet because it's been raining. So she's had a wash, so I've just been snuggling her up there because she's actually really cold. She gets the shivers. I put on my Instagram the other day actually about Lulu that she's gained a few pounds, but I don't understand why. She's on a raw diet. And she doesn't eat loads, she doesn't get snacks, she doesn't get treats really. Occasionally, if we've been on like a nice long walk, she'll get some treats. But other than that, she's not really like a treaty dog, but she just keeps gaining weight. So quite a few of you actually said for me to check her thyroid. So I'm gonna take her to the vets and get them to check that because something's definitely not right. She just does keep getting rounder and rounder whilst not eating very much. So unfair, it's a bit like me actually. Anyway, in today's video, I am going to be sharing like a little autumn kind of video. So as you can see, I'm in my nice cozy clothes. I've got my big long water bottle here with me, and these clothes are like my home snuggly clothes because today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting kind of like autumn ready. I'm going to go through my wardrobe, take out all my summer things, which I basically hardly wore this year anyway because it was such a rubbish summer. And I'm going to put in my nice thicker jumpers. When we move back home, we aren't actually going to have any wardrobes. The boys are, but Chris and I are just going to have a rail each. So I don't want to have to move all our stuff back and then do the transition at home. I'm going to do it here instead so we can have all of our summer things just boxed up because I know I won't be using them. So I'm going to put my nice cozier clothes into my wardrobe so I can choose those from now on. I'm also going to share a recipe with you all. This morning I went on to the Readly app and I found the most delicious recipe that I'm going to be making for dinner tonight. It looks so good. I'm actually working with Readly on this video and I just want to share a couple of features about their app that I think you guys are going to love. I often get asked where I get my meal inspiration from. A lot of it just comes from my head, so I just look in my cupboards and think this is what I've got and I just put something together. But often I also look at the Readly app and I find recipes from there. So what I typed in this morning is I just typed in autumn recipes and then look at this, which I found. It just looks absolutely incredible and I know the kids are going to absolutely love it. So I have saved this recipe in my little saved items. It's a sausage and aubergine lasagna. So whenever I find recipes, I always like to adapt them a little bit to make them my own. The kids don't like aubergine, so instead of doing the aubergine part of it, I'm just going to do normal lasagna sheets, but I'm still going to stick with the sausage. Keep watching because I'll show you exactly what I put into this recipe and I'll also take you through the method of how I cook it. For those of you who haven't heard of Readly app before, I thought I would just tell you a few features of theirs that I think you're going to love if you try it out. Also, down below in my description box, I will add a link there. If you click on the link, it'll give you 2 months free to Readly, and then every month after that is $7.99, but you can cancel at any time. So on the Readly app, you have unlimited reading of over 5,000 magazines for a 1 monthly fee, which like I said, you can cancel at any time. On there, you can get local and international magazines, and you can also get newspapers like The Independent, Evening Standard, and The Times too. It's also great for family sharing because one account can be used on 5 different devices. One of my favorite things about the Readly app is you can actually save articles, recipes, and newspapers in your saved items. So when you go back to it, you can find them really easily. So what I like to do is I like to, like I said before, now it's getting colder, I want to make some nice warming recipes. So before I do my weekly shop and when I meal plan, I will just go onto the Readly app and I will type in, I don't know, like say autumn recipes, and then I will go through all the recipes and I will pick out the 7 that I think I want to cook that week and I will save them to my saved items so that when I come to do my weekly food shop and meal plan, it's really easy to go back onto my Readly profile, find the recipes I want and then make my shopping list really easily. So don't forget to click the link in my description box to check it out and get your 2 months free. Also don't forget, like I said, I'm going to share how I make that sausage lasagna. So keep watching for that because I think it's going to be a good one. Right, so with all that said, I'm going to take you guys upstairs now. I've got my long hot water bottle because it's just so cold. I'm going to start sorting out my clothes. Like I said, I've just neglected my wardrobe for a long time. I've not bought anything new for ages because all of our money is going on to our house build. But I do just have loads and loads of summer bits in my wardrobe. So what I'm going to do is I've got a box here that's got lots of jumpers that I've just stuffed in there when we moved into this house after winter. Look at this, let me show you this wardrobe. That's not gonna get worn. So all of those bits need to come out. Also, look at all my shoes. I think I wore those once this summer. Like, I just love them, but they're just taking up valuable space in here. And obviously, like I said, we're gonna be moving back soon. So I need to start organizing this stuff so we can make our move back as quick and simple as possible. Here are some of my winter jumpers, but more of them are actually in the container at our house. Right, so I've done my shoes, I've done my bags, I've done my swimming costume. So this officially is all of my summer stuff packed up. So I thought I'd show you my wardrobe. So here is my dress section. So I do have some dresses that I had for summer that I keep for winter as well, and I can wear those with some tights. And then I try to kind of organize my wardrobe a little bit. So I've got skirts here, and I've got t-shirts, and I've got like a longer t-shirt, and this is just where I hang on my strappy tops. Then I've got shirts, then I've got like lighter jumpers all the way through to roll necks, and then I've got some sports gear, and then there's this Chris's stuff here. So yeah, I feel quite organized there. This is jammies. This is a whole empty drawer. That was all summer stuff. And then I've got trousers, and then I've gone through my knickers and stuff. Have kept some bikinis out too, because obviously my mum and dad live in Spain and I'm due to go out there soon. So I thought I'd just leave a couple of bits there for when I do go out. And lastly, down here I have taken all my summer shoes out, and I've got my boots there now, and then some other kind of wintry strappy shoes that I could wear. Right, Chris has just been down to the butcher's and he's got our sausages for dinner. So I think I'm actually just going to make it now. I love it when I have either batch cooked a meal and I've got one in the freezer ready to use, or if I make it early and then whenever we want it, I can just pop it in the oven. So I'm going to make the sausage, what's it called? Lasagna now, and then it will just be on the side, ready to put it in later when the kids get back from school. While I'm making that, I think I'm actually also going to make the boys some, like another big batch of the tomato pasta sauce that I will show you in a minute. I'm going to show you the one that I've already got here because I've got a little bit left to put in my lasagna, and then I'll make a fresh one for this week's lunch boxes as well. So what I'll just do is I'll turn the camera around and I'll show you firstly the pasta sauce that I'm going to make, and then you'll see how I make that. It's really, really quick and easy, and it's so good. Like I said, I batch cook it, and then I pop some half in the fridge, half in the freezer, and then I use the fridge lot first, and then I use the freezer lot after that. And then what I'll do once I've made that is I'll show you how I'm going to make the dinner as well, and I'll give you our verdict a little bit later on. So here is everything that I need to make my pasta sauce. So in here I had 2 just random tomatoes left in the fridge. So I've got 1 onion, 3 garlic cloves, and those 2 tomatoes, and I've just whizzed them up in my little like onion dicer. I've then got 2 tins of chopped tomatoes. In here, I've got 400 mils of veggie stock, but I've also got 2 veggie stock cubes in here because I'm making like a batch amount of sauce. 1 veggie stock just doesn't give enough flavour. I've got some dried basil and some bay leaves, and I've also got some salt and pepper. That's literally all you need for this. So what I'm going to start off by doing is just sauteing off my onion, garlic and tomato in a little bit of oil in a pan. Once that's sauteed for a few minutes, I'll just add in all my other ingredients. So I add in my chopped tomatoes, 1 teaspoon of basil, 3 bay leaves, my whole lot of veggie stock, and also some salt and pepper too. I'm going to turn this onto a really low heat, and I'm going to let it simmer away for about 45 minutes so it reduces down and all those flavours just infuse into each other. Right, so here's my pasta sauce all ready. Oh my gosh, it smells so nice. So I've just taken out the bay leaves, And then because it is a little bit, like the bits are a bit bigger, I'm going to actually just blitz this down with my handheld blitzer. So it's really, really nice and smooth. And then what I'll do is, this is completely ready. I'll pop this into some Tupperwares, and then I'll put half into the fridge and the other half into the freezer. And then what I literally do each morning when the kids want pasta for school, I just boil up some pasta in 10 minutes, and then I just put some of this sauce over the top once it's ready, add a little bit of grated cheese on top, and then I pop it into their little thermos flasks. And then, you know, everything they're having at school is just so nice and healthy, completely homemade. Right, so the pasta sauce has now been made. I've just been doing a little bit of work while that's been cooking and reducing down. So now I'm going to make my sausage lasagna. I can't wait to make this. These sausages from the butchers are literally the best sausages. They don't have any fat on them. They're just like pure good meat, and they are just so good. So I'm going to turn the camera around again and do what I did with the pasta sauce, show you what I'm going to be using in this lasagna, and then I'll also show you the method of how I'm going to cook it too. Right, so this is the recipe that I am trying to recreate. So like I said, I do alter recipes. In this one, it's saying that I should like not make a white sauce, which is very strange for me with a lasagna. It actually says to use mozzarella cheese instead. So what I'm going to do instead is make myself a white sauce. And then I have got some feta cheese, so I'm going to put the feta cheese into the white sauce instead of me laying out the mozzarella cheese. So what I've got is sausages. I have got a whole kilo of sausages here. They also took the skin off for me. So what I would normally do if I bought the sausages from a shop, I would take the skin off by just running a knife up the side of the sausage, and then you just peel the skin off really easily and just have the sausage meat. Or you can just buy sausage meat, completely up to you. The recipe says to have 2 tins of chopped tomatoes, but I've only just got 1 tin because it's now the end of the week. I want to use this all up. So I will be using that instead of another tin of chopped tomatoes. I've got some thyme, I've got some lasagna sheets. In here I've also diced up 1 onion and 3 garlic cloves, and then I've also got some grated cheese. So what I'm going to start off by doing is I'm going to, in a big pan, I'm going to saute off my diced onion and garlic in a little bit of oil. I'm then going to get my sausage meat, all 1 kilo of it, pop it into the same pan, just break it up and then brown that off too. Once that's browned, I will add in a teaspoon of thyme along with my chopped tomatoes and my ready-made pasta sauce too. I'm just going to let that simmer away for about 15 minutes or so, and while that's simmering, I'll be making up my white sauce. So as normal, I will just get a big knob of butter and I will melt that down in a pan. I'll be using a small whisk for this, which I will use to keep whisking up my sauce as I cook this. Once my butter has melted, I will add in some flour, just enough to make the butter come together. And then slowly I will pour in some milk. I'll just do this a little bit at a time so that the sauce can thicken up as I continue to whisk. Once I've made enough sauce, I will then just crumble my feta into here too and let that just melt down. So now my sausage mix and my white sauce has been made, so I am now ready to construct my lasagna. So what I'm going to do is I will lay some sausage mix on the bottom of my oven-proof dish. I will then add a layer of lasagna sheets, then some white sauce, then another layer of my sausage mix, and some more pasta sheets, and so on and so forth until I have finished all of my ingredients up. I will make sure that I finish off with 1 white sauce layer and then a really generous amount of cheese on top of here. I'm going to put this into the oven on 190 degrees centigrade for 45 minutes. That's going to make sure my lasagna sheets are cooked through perfectly, and then my lasagna is ready to dish up. I am going to serve this with some garlic bread on the side, and then probably some cucumber rounds for the boys, and then some salad for Chris and I. How was it, Jay?
It was really good.
Would you have eaten it if I'd done aubergine as the layers instead of pasta sheets?
No.
Should I make it again?
Yeah.
Is your tummy nice and full?
Yeah.
Oh, that dinner was delicious. I am definitely making that again. So we've just tidied up now, and the boys are doing their own thing. Jamie's outside practicing his penalties, and Rory's upstairs, bless him, and he has his tutor. So he has his tutor once a week, and it's Monday today, and he was like, why are you doing it on a Monday? Why can't I do it on the other day? So I felt a bit bad, and it's 6 o'clock now, so from 6 to 7 he has his tutor, so he's up there doing that. But I told him if he did it, usually the boys are actually on allowed devices Monday to Thursday, so they'll have it Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But I told him if he did his tutor today that he could earn an hour on his device when he comes home from school tomorrow. So he was quite keen with that trade. Who are you?
I'll be Kane.
Kane, okay. Top bins. Oh no, you just made that come off. That's it. There you go. Good job, Kane. So it's bedtime now. Boys are in bed. How was your tutor?
All right.
Yeah. So Rory had rugby after school. Then he came home and chilled. Then you had your tutor. Then you had to do your maths homework. And now you just got into bed. You've had a day, but you did earn 1 hour of device time tomorrow.
Woo!
So you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
What have you done?
Put my clothes away. I entertained myself. Football outside.
Okay.
You get half an hour.
Yeah,
I get an hour.
You definitely don't get as much as Rosie.
You get
I
half
get an
an
hour.
Because mine has been the most jam-packed day ever.
It has been a jam-packed day, but you did make the football team at school, didn't you? Which you're quite happy about.
And rugby team.
And rugby team. So you're happy about making the 2 teams? Yeah, good. So what we're going to do now, I've got a shop coming on Wednesday, and they literally just tell me what they want, and I do the shop whilst we lie in bed, don't we? We chat, lay in bed, and do a little online shop. So that's what we're going to do now. So I'm going to say good night. Don't forget to check out the link down below in my description box to get your 2 months free Readly subscription. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do, and you get loads and loads of inspiration from it. Thanks so much for watching today's video, guys, and I will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.